We are in Unit 7. This is Learning Objective 9, which is to perform simple solution stoichiometry calculations. I know you love stoic. It's so much fun. So before we get into solution stoichiometry, I want to bring you back to your mole map. So remember mass to mole A to molar ratio, through your molar ratio to mole B to your molar mass. So we left a couple of things off. And the main thing that we left off is right here. So this is volume. And this is going to be of a solution. Okay. So volume of a solution, this can be in milliliters, especially if you're going over here. But if you're going from volume of a solution to mass, then that's going to be need to be in liters. So it just depends on like what you're in. But for now, we'll put liters here. So volume of a solution in liters. The road that you travel here is your molarity. Okay, so your molarity is what you traveled through here. Now, if you are going into the mole for this guy, you are going to multiply by the molarity. And if you're going out of the mole to this guy, then you're going to divide by molarity. But just in general, most of the time you're going to be moving this way anyway. So I'm just going to put this one on here. So I'm going to multiply by the molarity when I go through here. Okay. Now, again, you've got a solution here and you've got a solution over here. Then this is the road that you travel. And again, this over here is going to be volume of solution B. And we're going to say that this is in liters. Now, if I'm in milliliters over here and then it's going to be milliliters over here. So if I'm going from this point here to here to here, then I can stay in milliliters. That's absolutely fine. If I'm going from here to moles to mass, I need to convert into liters if I've been given milliliters. So that's just what you're going to need to do. Okay. Now, same thing. So this is going to be the molarity of A, whatever your substance A is. And this is going to be molarity of B. And again, most of the time you're going to be moving this way anyway. So, and you are going to divide by the molarity in that case. So multiply by molarity going into the mole, divide by molarity going out of the mole. So let's look at this problem. So remember stoichiometry, the first thing that you need, the first step always is to have a balanced chemical equation. So I've given you the reaction here. I have calcium chloride reacting with silver nitrate, and that's forming silver chloride plus calcium nitrate. So I have one calcium, two chlorines, one chlorine. So chlorine's got to get 2 there. Well, I just put a 2 in front of that silver. So now I need a 2 over here. And I should be balanced at that point. All right, so let's look at this problem. So I've got 1.5 molar calcium chloride. And I'm asking to find what volume in milliliters. So I need milliliters of CaCl2. So this is going to be my substance B. And then it's asking me what it completely reacts with 4.78 milliliters of a 0.2 molar AgNO3. So this is going to be A. So substance A. So again, the things that were given here is a 0.15 molar CaCl2. I've been given, so this is going to be B. So mark everything out. I've got a 4.78 milliliters of 0.20 molar AgNO3. And I need to know how many milliliters of CaCl2 I need to add to that. Now, with this, and this is A here, and this is A. So again, anytime you see milliliters volume of concentration, you multiply these guys together. Now, since I'm looking for milliliters, I don't have to convert out of milliliters. So that's another kind of thing that I've got. Okay, so There's only one step in this, but that's okay. If we go back to our mole map, we are here. We are at volume of solution. Now we're in milliliters, and we're going to go to volume of solution over here in milliliters, so we don't have to convert out of milliliters. So the path that we travel, we're going to go from volume of solution times the molarity of solution A, okay? Then we're going to be in moles of solution A. Now, if we're in milliliters, this is going to be millimoles. That's okay. Then we can go from moles of A to moles of B using my mole ratio from my balanced chemical equation. And then I can go from moles of B to my volume of the solution B, which is by dividing by my molarity of solution B. Okay, so I need to go from milliliters of AgNO3 to moles of AgNO3 to moles of CaCl2 to milliliters of CaCl2. So again, this is going to be my molarity of AgNO3. This is going to be my mole ratio, and this is going to be my molarity of CaCl2. So to start, 4.78 milliliters times line. I have 0.20 moles AgNO3 over 1 liter. Liters here are canceling. I'm still in milli. It's fine. Times line, my mole ratio. So this is A. This is B. No, that's not B. This is A. This is B. This is A. This is B. And I have a 2-to-1 ratio. So the 2 is going to be on the bottom. I'm going to be the 1's going to be on the top. So 1 mole CaCl2 over 2 moles AgNO3. So moles of AgNO3 are canceling out. I'm in moles of CaCl2 times line. This is my last one. And I'm going to be using my molarity. So I've got 0.15 moles of CaCl2 over 1 liter of CaCl2. So moles of CaCl2 are canceling. Notice I still have milli here. I haven't gotten rid of that guy. So this is going to wind up being in milliliters. And this is going to equal to so I have 4.78 times 0.2 divided by 2 divided by 0.15. That gives me 3.18 or 3.2 because this is 2 sig figs, and then 3 sig figs. So I'm going to do 2 sig figs in my answer. So 3.2 milliliters of CaCl2. That's my answer. So a second problem. I'm going to let you do this one as extra credit. But again, same concept. Okay, you've got a volume times a concentration always. This one's asking you the grams of silver nitrate. So instead of going through your molarity a second time, you're actually moving through this part here. So from volume of solution to moles of A, through your mole ratio to moles of B, to your molar mass of B, to get your mass in grams of your substance. Now, if you start with milli here, you're going to wind up with milli over here. So I don't care if you stay in milli and just have it in milligrams, but just know that milligrams is going to be a lot larger than a gram. You can always convert as well. So divide by 1,000 to get into liters. and that type of thing. So try it, see if you can do it. So this was learning objective 9, which is the last learning objective in chapter 13. We only have one more chapter to go. So learning objective 9 is to perform simple solution stoichiometry calculations. And that is chapter 13.